Sports to the Bone family. What's up? Welcome back to the channel, my beautiful Sports to the Bone family. Hope you guys are doing okay. A blessed morning to you all. Hope you are up and running and getting ready to take on today's work. So a couple of updates in this one. Tagenarine Shandapal getting his first century in West Indies colours. This as the West Indies on day 2 at the close of play. They were pretty close to that 322 that the Prime Minister 11 made over there in Australia. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Plus we're going to zoom in on Sri Lanka's cricket. Seems as if they are going down a very slippery slope, my peeps. We're going to talk about that plus a couple of other things. Make sure you watch the video until the end. And if you have not yet subscribed, please go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so let us kick things off with that warm-up game there, my peeps. So, Tagenarine Shandapal, as I said, getting a very good century, 119 he was able to score. You understand? As the West Indies went in search of 322 that was put together by the Prime Minister 11. Now, if you saw the video that I did last night, the last video that I did, I would have indicated that at the end of day 1, the Prime Minister 11, they were 197 for 9. And I was hoping that we would have gotten them for 320 or somewhere thereabout. You understand? We were able to bowl them out for 322. So that gave us an opportunity to go out there and do some batting. Now, in terms of the bowling for the West Indies, Alzarri Joseph, he finished off as the pick of the bowlers, getting 4 for 65. 4 for 65 from 19.5 overs. And we had Kemar Roach, Jayden Seales, Raymond Reifer, and Kyle Mayers all picking up 1 wicket each. Raston Chase, the spinner, he was able to get 2 for 75 from 21 overs. So that is how the bowling went for West Indies. As I would have indicated, Matt Renshaw, he had 81 for the Prime Minister 11. Marcus Harris had 73, while Peter Hadscombe had 55. So those were the main scorers for the Prime Minister 11. So let us get down into the chase now. This as Tagenarine Shandapal and Captain Craig Brathwaite, they were able to put together a solid opening partnership, not as much as what the Prime Minister 11 would have put together. They had 134, I think, before they lost the first wicket. We were able to put together, I think it was 94. Yeah, man, we were able to put together 94 before Captain Craig Brathwaite fell. Now, Brathwaite occupied the crease for 98 deliveries. He faced 98 deliveries, was able to put together 47 with 7 fours in the mix there, a strike rate of 47.95. So while he was there doing his thing, Tagenarine Shandapal was occupying the crease, getting himself in, getting familiar with the conditions and all that. At the end of his innings, he ended up on 119. He was dismissed actually on 119 of 293 deliveries with 13 fours. And get this, man, even drop a 6 in the mix there. So I am pretty sure that the selectors are pretty happy to see him doing his thing. The strike rate was actually 40.61, but we know that will improve over time and basing and depending on the match situation. After Craig Brathwaite went, we lost wickets at regular intervals. So Tagenarine Shandapal definitely had to stay and bat. You understand? Nkrumah Bonner, he was removed without scoring 3 deliveries. Devon Thomas, he wasn't able to continue that good form from the last game. He had 8. Kyle Mayers had 6. Joshua Da Silva made 25 from 80. So occupying the crease as per usual, but not really getting a lot of runs. Raston Chase had 10. Alzarri Joseph, he is still there on 14. So a couple of other guys remaining to bat, people that were expecting to come out, the Kemar Roach, the Jayden Seales and thing, these guys are expected to swing their bat a little bit and to hold down the fort. So 88 runs we trail by, 234 for 7 we are at. So we need 88 runs to overhaul that total there that was set by the Prime Minister 11. So for those who were wondering, that is how it is going, my peeps. We have had our first, I think it's our first century of the warm-up games, right? I think in the first game we had a couple of half century. Holder, Devon Thomas, Shamar Brooks, I think Brathwaite also, if I'm not mistaken. So good to see Tejnar and Shandopal getting this one up and running with a century. So, definitely looking forward to seeing how the third day's play will go. Whether we will be able to get that score or they are going to bowl us out and whatever happens. So that is how it is looking, my peeps. The middle order not as solid as we would have want, as we would like, but generally speaking, when we go into tests, it's usually the top order that crumbles, and then the middle to lower order is there fighting. But as we speak, it's good to see Tejnar and Shandopal getting off to a good start alongside his captain Craig Brathwaite. So that is your update as relates to what's going on with that, as it relates to what's going on in that warm-up game. So another thing that I want to share with you guys, Sri Lanka, my peeps, just as it seems as if their cricket is taking a step in the right direction, the players start to they are self-destructing, it would seem. You understand, as I said, some youngsters coming through the under-19 over the last couple of years, coming into the team and doing well with those who were already there. People like Nissanka and all of these guys, were settling in and doing their thing. But based on reports coming out of Sri Lanka now, they have had to suspend Chamika Karatne. You understand? Hopefully that's how his last name is pronounced. He's now suspended for 1 year based on breach of their contractors when they were over there in the World Cup. They say that he's suspended for 1 year for breaching player clauses at the T20 World Cup. So I'm not too sure what they were told, what it is that they were told not to do, and he decided that it would have been a good idea to do that when he was over there in the World Cup. So he's suspended for 1 year, and as we know, Guniteleka, he is over there. I think he's out on bail now, but he's waiting on his sentencing or whatever it is. So 2 players there that would usually be in and around the playing 11. Boy, I don't know, my peeps. Seems as if they are self-destructing, but it's rough, my peeps. Sometimes when you are in the spotlight, you can't even control yourself. Just to switch a little bit, we would see in football where even now Mason Greenwood, the youngster from Manchester United, Benjamin Mendy, the left back from Manchester City, both guys are actually, having to go to court and things like that because of allegedly taking things from female that wasn't given to them. So, just wanted to touch on that a little bit, and, just to say that, boy, when some of these guys get an opportunity to become famous and to be in a position where they are earning a lot of money, not everybody know how to really, conduct themselves. So hopefully things will turn around for Sri Lanka, because as I said, it seems as if they are going down a slippery path. But as they say, rich people problem, that my peeps. We have our own issue here in the Caribbean to focus on. Issues like our batsmen not performing at the international level, but as soon as they go out to play bat up and catch cricket for money, everybody start turning into peak Bradman and them sort of things. Big up on yourself, my peeps. We'll touch base later on and let you guys know how things are going. Big up.